Let's try something different. Hey guys, this is Stefan here, and the vlogging, the famous vlogging. But I understood one thing in business and in life: the more relaxed I am, the more I feel myself, the more I put in environments that feel comfortable, the more I'm likely to be transparent about how business works, what we're working on. And for me, typically that is walking. So on these vlogging series, I'm going to be taking you with me as we leave clinic into hopefully nature, hopefully a park or somewhere where I can really start to talk to the camera like I'm talking to a real client, real person, real clinic owner that we help. And we're going to talk about problems that they face, problems that we face, and how do we solve those challenges in the business to make sure that you are one of the top 1% clinics here in the UK and beyond. And this is, first of all, my office, super simple. Here is one of the most transparent and most crazy things that you'll ever see. It puts off a lot of people. It's just my life in weeks. And each one of those squares is a week in your life to an average life, which is about 85. Is it a crazy thing? Do most of my team members and even family like, what are you doing? But for me, it's an amazing tool to reflect, because I can focus on the positive. And what I do is every Monday I come in the office and I'll tick one of these boxes. And it will make me think about the previous week and like what went well, what didn't go so well, the times I spent with my family, my wife, my son, calling mum and dad, just checking in, seeing how friends are, the wins in business. So in life, you get what you focus on. It doesn't have to be a negative thing to think. You can look at this as two ways. You can think the white squares underneath the black lines are what I've got left and it's really depressing. Or you can look at it and think, wow, I can be the designer of my life, my business, the legacy I'm building. So for me, this is like a really cool little poster. This one is a reminder that I almost lost my life when I was 25, 26 to a health challenge. And it says, life has no rewind. Enjoy every moment. I see this every time I go on Zoom because that's my laptop there, and I kind of see this in the background every time I walk in my practice. This is my very small collection of books that I keep in here. Everything else is digital. These are books that I've read many times, and if I think that I really enjoy listening to a book, I always buy the hard copy. I don't do it the other way around. So I need to make sure that every single one of these books has been read at least a few times or listened to before I buy the copy, because by the time I buy the hard copy is where I actually study it. And there's lots of cool stuff, starting from Anthony Robbins at the Master University. That was like a 10K course that I got gifted, all his books there. Got a collection of 4-hour work week, traction, like Elon Musk stuff, then health, then chiropractic. So it's all here. And it's basically what my mind is made of, is the collection of these cool books. I have what I call focus board. So this one is for 2025. And every year I have a theme. This year, the theme, I don't know if you can see, is upgrade my thinking. I talk to a lot of my clients about this. Here we have the big one. The big one for us is our mission statement. And our mission statement is that we change lives, one patient at a time. This took me a long time to come up with this one singular statement and realign the whole team around it. I have my weekly projections, monthly, yearly development for the team, catch-ups with the practice manager and what I want to get out of it. Whiteboard, I love whiteboards. This here is my week. I have sometimes W and L. Did I win and what was the lesson from Monday, Tuesday, and so on. SN, that's something I found super valuable, and I'm going to probably make another YouTube video on this, and that's the signal to noise ratio. Steve Jobs used to work on this kind of stuff where it made him so productive, and everyone who worked for him understood this concept that there are so many distractions, there's so much noise out there, that understanding what are the one or two things that absolutely need to get done today is probably going to give you a lot more leverage than just doing lots of tick boxes that actually have zero meaning and they have very little actualization of results. So you can feel busy, you can feel productive just because you're doing stuff, but it doesn't actually convert into output, into results. Today, literally two things on my list: August campaign, and we're trying to create something called the Conversion Retention 6-week Bootcamp. This will be for chiropractic associates specifically, where clinic owners can send them to us and we absolutely grill them for 6 weeks to make sure they're incredible at communicating the message of chiropractic, delivering a great service, speaking with clarity, confidence, and consistency so patients don't drop out of care. Yeah, super simple. Tiny little, well, it's not tiny, it's just a lovely office to be fair, but and by the way, I want to be really transparent in this video. So look, there's mess. There's like spinal screening stuff in there and benches and tables, and My desk is something that goes up and down, but it looks really, really messy. And I think it's important to talk transparently, because a lot of you are watching videos sometimes and there's high quality production things, but that's not what a business is. It's not what the reality tells us success looks like. So you better know what the good, the bad, and the ugly is when you embark on that journey of entrepreneurship and business. So guys, in the future videos, I might take you for a few little walks in the park or in the forest, walking from one office to the other, exploring ideas as they're developing. So please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, because you might be the first ones to hear some marketing strategies that we're literally just about to launch a marketing strategy that I might talk about in my next video, or one of the videos. And that's important. And that's important because sometimes strategies never change. So patients will always have back pain. People will always have lifestyle health challenges, so they will be coming to your practice. But the tactics change every single week, every single month, every single year about marketing, advertising, and how to pitch people and how to position yourself as an expert in the field. So hope you find these videos helpful. It's going to be super raw. It's going to be lots of mistakes, but let's get it. The aim is to get thousands of clinics to turn into £1 million practice with the owner living on their own terms, helping lots of people along the way and making huge impact. Thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch up in the next